LaTeX visuals are the gold standard for scientific visualization, but the learning curve can be steep, filled with lengthy tutorials, convoluted documentation, and frustrating debugging. But I believe there's a smarter, faster way to create these diagrams, which is why in this video I'm presenting 3 ready-to-use templates for professional scatter, line, and bar charts that easily adapt to your data and needs. So if you want publication-ready results without the hassle, this video is for you. First of all, we're going to discuss very briefly about the global setup. So in this case, I'm using Overlive, which is an online platform for creating and producing LaTeX documents. I have an example file here, which should be similar to your own data, your own LaTeX file. So this is an example article. I've got some example sections with figures, subsections, tables, and so forth. And over here, I have the 3 charts that I want to produce together with you. I've got the scatter plot, the line plot, and bar charts, which are the 3 most common charts you will ever produce in your technical career. So, setup. First of all, I need to import some packages for producing these figures. And these packages are shown in these lines. These 3 lines, these 3 commands are needed to produce these pictures, these nice figures. So copy them and put them into your preamble. Number 2, I'm importing here my figures using the input command. So I'm not producing the figure on the main file, but I'm importing them with externally from a different data file. Why do I do this? Once your document starts growing to 20, 40, 50 pages, you want to be very organized on your workspace. That is why I create a specific folder for each figure. Keep in mind that if I do this, I need to call every file with the complete path of the file. That means if I want to import the figure command here, I have also to add the name of the folder, that is figure 1. And the same applies to the code whenever I want to import external data. I also have to apply the figure 1 text or the name of your own folder. Having said that, let's start with scatter plots. So scatter plots are one of the most common plots you will ever produce, and these are very easily done in LaTeX with this code. So I'm giving you all of this for free in the link in the description. The LaTeX code has these block at the beginning, which I have specifically designed for you to quickly manipulate and adapt this chart to your own specific needs, such that you don't have to dig into the code and look, where do I need to change the X label, where do I need to change the number of data series, and so forth. Everything is here right at the top. And the first command is the data file. Then we've got labels for the X and Y axis. We've got the caption of the figure, the label of the figure, and the legend, the name of the data series. And the data is imported with this data file, which is simply X and Y coordinates. And you can produce this easily in Excel, MATLAB, Python, you name it. So what this code does is create these charts. Let us test and modify this briefly. Instead of X, I'm going to create capital X, and Y, I will create capital Y. And let's compile this again, and you will see that the X and Y axis labels have changed. So now let's move on to the second chart. A line chart is also one of the most common charts you will ever need. And the creation is very similar as the scatter plot. This is shown in this code. It's a bit longer because here I'm including 3 different data series, which in your case, it can be 2, 1, 5, and so forth. And just as before, I have defined all necessary commands here at the top, which are the ones that you need to adapt to your specific case, such as the origin of the data files, the names of the labels, the caption, the label of the figure, and the name of the data series. So you can see that every data file has the same format, X and Y, X and Y. So you can copy this very easily from Excel and any other folder you need. This produces this chart that you're seeing here. Notice as well that I haven't defined a specific range for the X and Y axis. All of these are scaled automatically, which is brilliant because once you import new data, it will automatically adjust to your case. And let us test in this case, how do we plot 2 line series instead of 3? I just simply comment these 2 lines and you will see that we are only going to now visualize 2 lines. By using the add plot plus command, I'm automatically selecting a new color such that you don't have to worry about color selection in this case. Now onto the final plot, the bar chart. So the bar chart is also very easily produced. I've included the code with the command input, and the bar chart in my example is called figure 3. So over figure 3, you will see this code here, which is very similar to the 2 previous plots. We've got our customized section for commands, and then we've got the rest of the chart. In this case, I'm producing 3 categories. You can see them here, A, B, and C. And these categories are read from the data file, which is formatted in this way, which again can be easily produced or taken from Excel, Python, and so forth. In fact, let us change some values here such that you can see in real time how the chart can work for you automatically. And furthermore, let us change as well the name of some categories. So let us, for instance, manipulate A, B, and C to include them in a mathematical environment. Now you click recompile and you see your chart being adapted to your specific needs. So I hope this video was helpful. If it does, then head over to the link in the description to download this template for free, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.